Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Adam Azim sets up a possible showdown with Dalton Smith. He stops America's KURT SCOBY in 12 rounds. The final, what was there, like a minute and a half left, something like that. But SCOBY, the ending was kind of a little bit odd because KURT SCOBY, he'd been beaten up for almost 36 minutes. Just had the energy, fight and everything else battered out of him. A really, really mature performance by Adam Azim. But SCOBY took a knee after taking yet another barrage, flush punches. He took a knee, a sort of delayed reaction maybe, by the ropes. And then he got up and he wasn't out of it. I think it was just an accumulation of punishment. And he sort of looked over to his corner and he sort of vaguely acknowledged the ref. It was... The ref waved it off. I can understand why. I don't have a problem with the stoppage. The referee, by the way, was Howard Foster. Good old Howard. He's there again. It was one-sided. It was a one-sided fight, and it was a very clinical, precise performance from a fighter who is looking better and better. And suddenly, the Dalton Smith contest, which once upon a time when Azim held the EBU title was looking like he basically ducked Smith back in the day, a year or so ago. And there was a reason for that. And that reason being that, he wasn't ready, even though he had that EBU belt. And Shane McGuigan, who trains Adam Azim and clearly knows his stuff, he felt, no, he's not ready. You're going to have the belt back. We'll catch up with you later. And sometimes, the tortoise beats the hare. And it's beginning to look like Azim is really growing into something, a bit of a special fighter, actually. He's still only 23. It's ridiculously young. But a lot of maturity in this performance against a guy who was not world class. SCOBY was gutsy. He's one of those sort of earnest, come forward sort of fighters. Very high guard. Tried to cut the ring off, tried to be aggressive, tried to be a lot of things, but Azim stuck to his boxing, lovely straight jab, very, very fast fists, Azim. Banged to the body well, mixed his punches up well. He was allowed to fight at his pace. That has to be said, which is always, you're always thinking, well, what if you weren't allowed to fight at your pace? What if you were... do you like it up you? Can you take a punch? Can you walk through exhaustion, fight through exhaustion? All of those question marks sort of remain, but you can only beat what's in front of you. And SCOBY, he didn't strike me as being a bad fighter. He came in with 18 wins, 16 KOs, so he's got a bit of pop to his punches. 30 years of age, so much older than, or considerably older than Adam Azim. He did have one defeat on his record prior to this, which was a stoppage. That was back it was about last year, I think, sometime last year, mid last year. And he got stopped in 6 rounds in an 8-rounder against an unheralded sort of journeyman type. So the vulnerabilities looked like they were there, but at the same time, he had some, he came with some ambition. He was a bit cheeky during the face-off and the press conferences. He had a lot to say for himself, but he basically had the tar beaten out of him, to be honest with you. It was a case of one guy just having a lot of talent, a lot of discipline, and the other guy having a lot of vim and vigor. But put that together, and I think the guy with the talent and the schooling is gonna win, and sure enough, he did. Now, it has to be said that Azim, Dalton Smith will probably be a very different opposition. But Azim now is, 14 wins with 11 KOs, no draws, no defeats. Put him in with Dalton Smith? Yeah, I would. I definitely would. He's 5'10", orthodox fighter. We're talking super lightweight, so good size, good dimensions. He looked bigger than SCOBY, to be honest. He looked like he was I don't know, one weight division bigger anyway. Scooby was very sort of stocky, looked cut, but just didn't have the talent, didn't have the skills. So, yeah, a good win for Azim. A good win for Azim. I mean, this comes off the back of a 9th round stoppage of Sergei Lipinets. That was a decent result. He also knocked out Ahara Davis in 8 rounds prior to that. He's being brought along at the right pace. For such a young man who's got the luxury of time on his side, he's being brought along well, I think. So yeah, good luck to him. I think I mean, Adam Smith and the commentators were going, I think this is a world champion in the making, but he's not there yet. Not there yet. Don't jump the gun. But nevertheless, the raw materials are there. So, I don't know. We'll see. I like what I see, though. Anyway, what did you think? How far do you think Adam Azim can go? What do you think of this victory? Anything else you'd like to talk about, leave it in the comments below and I'll have a read. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. All right. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the big one to come. Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. Watch this space for a review. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.